Hello everyone, Rebecca here, and today I'm going to be doing a video on the positions of the feet for ballet technique. So it's going to be a shorter video, not too long, and lucky for you, there's only about 5 to 6 positions, so it will be easy. The first one is simply first position. And you have the heels close together, inner thighs drawing up, and belly button to the spine. Your weight is equally onto the pinky toes and onto the big toes. So I'm not rolling forward or back. Also, the pelvis is not pushing forward or back, but your spine is in a neutral pelvis. Okay, so this is first position. We tend to get here from a tendu, so I would shift my weight from the ball of my left foot, and I have no weight on this right leg, and then now I have weight on both feet, but the weight is still on the balls of the feet. So I feel that space right underneath where the glutes and hamstrings meet. Well, this is our heart muscle, right? So it makes a heart shape underneath the glutes. It's also called our glute med, so it wraps down and around. And then you also feel the navel and pelvic floor lifting up and in. Okay, next position is second. Again, weight is still on the balls, feet equally on to the big toe and the pinky toe, and lightness in the heels. But the heels are about shoulder distance, and depending on what kind of class you're in. If you're in a contemporary class, maybe it's a little bit wider, but standard is heels right underneath the shoulders so that when you rise, you can just simply rise up and down and there's no extra adjusting, okay? Something that's important for second, when you start to, let's say you're doing a demi-plie, second, when you're coming down, you don't want the heels to let go, and you don't want the pinky toes to let go. This is what we call pronating, internally rotating, inverting the foot. And then you don't want to supinate and roll back to balance. You actually want to relax the toes a bit, nice, and then push into the toes to straighten. Okay, again, external rotators are at the forefront of this movement. But I like to think of your turnout starting all the way from your abdominals, okay? So after second, we go to third. And if you look at me from the side, my right heel is in front of my left heel, okay? So they're not over crossed, we'll get to that. But this is like a preparatory position for what we call fifth position. So next is fourth, and it's just right in front of third. So heels in front of opposite heel for an open fourth, and then heel in front of that opposite big toe for a closed fourth. Now, fourth is tricky. So you want to make sure your weight is balanced in between both feet, that it's not more back or more forward. And that when you bend the knees, because you will do lots of pliés, especially if you're going to take my level 2 class, you'll do lots of pliés. This is your preparation for a pirouette. Yes, in most turns, you're going to turn from fourth or fifth. So you want to make sure that you're opening both knees equally, okay? What tends to happen is this back knee will start to roll forward. So especially if you're beginning, you want to make sure you feel the pinky toe in the back foot, and like you're opening a book, you want to open both sides of the book evenly. Okay? Next, after fourth is fifth. Fifth is the most difficult of the positions to maintain, but it is the position we dance through, transition through, and rely on the most. It's what we call home in ballet technique. And almost in every position and dance movement that moves across the floor, we go in and out of fifth position. So very important to get this right the first time, so you don't learn it wrong. The position is also the hardest. Like I said, a couple things can happen. You can roll forward on that front foot. So I'm dumping all my weight into the lower spine, and I'm anteriorly tilting the pelvis. Yes, or to over-maintain the grip of the inner thighs, I start to tuck in the pelvis, and then my hip flexors are overworking. So again, you want a neutral spine, but you want to think of pressing the front of the pelvis up a window pane. Okay? Same thing as 4. When you bend, I'm just going to switch legs so you can see. When you bend the knees, feel the pinky toes, this time in both sides, both feet. Yeah, because it will be easy to roll forward in both feet, right? And then you want to make room in the pelvis, squeeze the inner thighs as you lengthen. All right, so you're going to do a lot of practice, especially in my classes, with demi-plie and even grand plie. And we'll talk more in detail about grand plie and demi-plie once we get there. But these are just the positions of the feet, okay? And what I hope you're realizing is they're not really positions of the feet. They're sort of echoes of positioning the hips. The last position, and it's sort of a pseudo-ballet position, is 6th position. But we do use it a lot in warm-ups and to even find rotation initially. Okay, so it's your parallel position, heels are squeezing, you're still rotating externally, finding that little heart shape in the glutes, and you're still pulling the navel up and in, ribs are closed, back's engaged. This is your 6th position. We use it a lot to sort of warm up the feet, our warm-ups, to stretch, nice, our side bodies. Yes, so you'll see it used a lot, and especially in contemporary ballet or neoclassical ballet, you'll see in and out of parallel and fifth mostly. So just a review, a quick review. We have first and second and third and 4 closed. Sorry, this is 4th closed, 4th open, and 5th, and 6th. Okay, this is the end of the video. I hope you thoroughly enjoyed and received enough information from this class. If you have more questions about ballet technique, I'd love to answer any of your specifics. Let me know in the comments below or send me an email at Rebecca, Rebekah, Joanne, Joann, Guerra, Guerra, @ outlook.com. All right, see you in the next video.